Welcome to ICT Kenya. In today's project, we are diving into Microsoft Access to build a practical loan management system, a great way to apply your database skills in real-world scenario. So this series is especially useful for secondary school learners, ICT students in colleges who are preparing for Kenya or KNEC exams, and anyone in Kenya or wherever you are looking to sharpen your technical skills. So whether you're building a school project or just exploring ICT, you're in the right place. As you follow along, feel free to share your thoughts through the comment sections. We are about growing together, and if you find this helpful, there's more coming on your way, so stick around by subscribing. Let's get started right here on ICT Kenya. Project title: Chama Loan Management System (LMS). Now, this is the background information. At X Secondary School, a group of students has formed a Chama, that is self-help group called X School Chama. The main aim of the group is to save money collectively and provide short-term loans to members for school-related needs such as buying stationery, paying for study materials, or even emergencies. To ensure that the Chama runs sustainably, each loan given to a student attracts a compound interest of 1% per day. Loans must be paid within 30 days, after which a borrower is declared a defaulter and cannot receive any new loan until cleared. The school administration has approved the creation of a loan management system using Microsoft Access to automate records and manage loan activities more efficiently. So task: develop a well-documented information system that will keep track of registered members, keep track of loan application, track payment of loans, show appropriate input and output screens, compute active loans, and filter defaulters. And probably the last question is generate appropriate reports. So we have already gone through the background of our project, and now it's time to roll up our sleeves and start developing a loan management system using Microsoft Access. Throughout this series, you learn how to create and design tables, choose the right data types, and set field properties like input mask and default values, build meaningful relationships, understand the meaning of primary key and foreign keys, create powerful queries and generate professional reports, and even design custom splash screens and interactive dashboards. So this is just an ideal learning journey for secondary school student, college, or ICT learners, and anyone across the country who wants to take their database skills to the next level. So if you are ready to learn something practical, you are in the right place. And as always, your thoughts, your questions, and continued support keep this community growing. So let's keep building right here on ICT Kenya. So let us start by answering question one. Keep track on registered members. So we find our Microsoft Access software, then go to new, blank database, and then type the name of the database as LMS. Select the new location where you want to save your file. Mine is on desktop. Then click OK and then create. By default, one table will be created here. So close it. So to create the first table, we're going to create tab, select table design, and now start thinking about which field properties do we need from student. So each student should have stud ID, again stud name, and probably stud class. This is the most important for student data. Then the student ID will identify this student uniquely, and therefore we are going to set it as primary key, such that no student can share admission number with another one. Then for student ID again, we can set field properties such as field size. We're going to assume that a student admission number is made up of about 4 letters like this, and therefore it means I'm going to set this one as 4. Meaning if I type more than 4 characters, then they won't be accepted. Student name, I'm going to assume that it is made up of about maximum of 25 characters, and therefore I'm going to edit here to 25. Then for stud class, I'm going to assume a class can be named as form 1, F2, F3, F4, and so on. Therefore, I'm going to use a field data type known as lookup wizard. And there are two options here. I want the lookup field to get values from another table, and I will type the values I want. This is the most appropriate for now. Then next, and type those values. The first value is 1 or F1, F2, F3, and F4. Then next, do you want to limit entries to the choices? Yes, I want to limit such that we don't have any other class apart from the 4 I have listed there, and then finish. And this one will be okay for students. So after that, we can save the table as members. And then okay. Now let's go to another question. We'll keep track on loan application, table about loans. So let us go to create tab again and then select table design. Now each loan will have a serial number or record number. We can limit a serial number. And this is an auto number which automatically increments. Then we have loan details about the loan, then member ID, which member took this loan, and date or loan date, which date was that. Then after that, loan amount. In case there's any other detail we need, we shall add it later. So serial number here, we're going to set it as primary key. Then from there, loan details is information about the loan. We have seen from our text that the main aim of the group is to save money collectively and provide short-term loans to members for school-related needs such as buying stationery, paying for study materials, or emergencies. So we can limit our loan details to those three by going to short text, lookup wizard, and type in the values you want. Then next, the first one is stationery, then study materials, and then emergency. Then from there, next, do you want to limit the entries to the choices? No, I won't limit because you might be having other needs apart from the listed 3 ones here. And then finish. Then from there, we have member ID. We are going to sort this one later. Then loan date, data type here will be date slash time. And then amount of loan will be currency. Then from there, let us know member ID. This member is from this table. Therefore, we're going to use lookup wizard. And then select, I want the lookup field to get values from another table. And this table is members. And it should get the primary key of members table, which is student ID. But there won't be problem if you pick all of them. But the most important key is student ID. Then next, you can choose to sort them by student ID or even leave it blank. Then from there, you can choose to either hide or not hide. All of them are okay. Then from there, enable data integrity because of what? You will be creating relationship by doing so. So save this one as loans. Then okay. We also need to check about loan amount. Let us limit the loan amount such that it should be less than or equal to 500 shillings and not less than 10 shillings. Let us assume you cannot get less than 10 shillings loan and you should get a loan which is less than 500. In other words, between 500 and 10 shillings. So we're going to click here the loan amount and then go to validation rule and then type greater than or equal to 10 and less than or equal to 500. That is the criteria. Then from there, In case someone gets a loan greater than 500 or less than 10, which message? There should be a friendly message like try value between 10 and 500. Exactly. Then from there, for now, this is enough. In case we think of other field property, we shall add it later. Then from there, now you can save. Okay. And we are done with that table. The next table is track payment of loans. Once you get a loan, you should pay. Therefore, we're going to create. And then from there, we go to table design. Then we're going to have serial number. Then this serial number is auto number, which will automatically increment like 1, 2, 3, and so on. Then apart from serial number, this is a primary key, meaning it is unique. Then after serial number, we're going to have which loan was that? Loan ID, which loan are we trying to pay? And therefore, we're going to look up from loans table. So I want the lookup to get the values from another table. And the table is loans. And I can get the serial number of the loan as primary key and omit the others, or I can choose to be more detailed and choose all the fields like that. Then next, I can choose to sort them by loan number, serial number, or leave it blank. The choice is yours. Then from there, you can choose either to hide key column or unhide. Then next, enable. Do you want to enable data integrity? Remember, we usually do this because we are creating relationships. Then click finish. The table must be saved before relationships can be created. Save now. Yeah. So this is about payments. Then click OK. Apart from loan ID, we need to know how much was paid. So payment amount. And this is currency. And you should also specify that you shall not pay less than 10 shillings. So it should not be less than 10 shillings. Actually, this is just a comment to tell us more about this field property. So we're going to field property of pay amount, and then we select validation rule should be greater than 10 shillings. Otherwise, invalid amount. That will be the message. Then from there, we should also be having, from there, after the payment amount, we should also have pay date. Which date was that when the loan was paid? Remember, we need to know the pay date because of what? Loans must be repaid within 30 days, after which a borrower is declared a defaulter. We shall handle the compound interest stuff in queries, not now. So pay date, then after that, that one will be enough for now, but maybe later we can add more columns there. So save this one as payments and then close. Then from there, we navigate to the next question. Show appropriate input and output screens. So we need to create input screens, that is forms, which will automate entry of data in these tables. Now, how do we create forms? We're going to start with members table, and then create form design. Now we start designing the form, get a label, and then type here. It is about what? Which tool is this? This is X loan manage. This is X school loan LMS. This can be a good title for this loan. Then we format this heading to be centered, increase the font size to 20, bold, and make it maybe red. You can choose different colors. Then from there, you can add a subtitle about what is the purpose of this form. I'm going to pick this label and then design here. So this label is about members registration. Member registration. Again, we're going to format size it, and center align it. Probably load it, sorry to do this, 16, a bit large, 14 will be okay. Then from there now we need to input the fields. So go to form design or event design, then select add existing fields, then show all tables, and the table we need is members. Double click each, and now try to drag them to their respective positions, as you can see from your screen. Then from there now you can choose to rename these text, these titles, that is captions, and name it as admission number. And also choose to name this one as full name, and then name this one as class ID, class name. Then from there you can select the three of them, and go to format and bold them, and what else, and choose to underline them, change the font color like this, and probably right click one of them, size them to the widest. What will happen, all of them will be equal. The same applies to this, and select all of them and then resize them to be equal. You can also bold the entries like this. Now apart from that, we also need navigation buttons. So go to form design, add the first button, and this button is to save our entry. So go to record operations, and the purpose of this is to save the record, then next, then and save it as save, then next, and then you finish. We're going to add another button for add new, then record operation, new record, next, and rename this caption as add, then next, and then finish. Then you can also add another button for navigation about the records. So navigation, this is previous record, next, and choose to leave it like this with an icon, and then finish, then next record. This is record navigation, and this will be go to next record, next, let it be a shape like this, and then next, and then finish. Now we need to make these icons aligned to the top or even to the bottom. The choice is still yours. So right click one of them, align, then choose either top or bottom. Again, right click all of them, resize, then according to height to the tallest. Again, right click, align to the top. Then go to format, select change shape to be rounded rectangle. This is how they will be. Then quick style, and choose any of these like this one here. And then bold. So let us now change our form to check. This is in form design view. We go to form view. This is how our forms looks like. We can add more formatting features. Going to design view, then clicking this side here, you'll be able to see pop up no, make it yes by double clicking, model no, yes. Then going to format, you'll find the other things like you can remove close button and also disable min and max buttons. Then the other thing, we can also set auto center. And now since we have disabled close button, we can add our close button, customized one, and here is it. And then it is form operation, and the role is to close form. Then next is used to close form. You can choose this option and Click close, then finish. Let us apply a different color for this close button. Then we're going to set this one and make it larger. Then from there, save this one as members form. Then OK, close it. So if we open members form, this is how it will be. And now you can use this form to enter members. For example, we have students, student 1, 1000. You cannot add more than 4 digits. Then full name, you can name this student as student 1. And we can select a class here from 1. Then save. Then add this student 1010, student 2. And maybe student 2 is from class form 1. Save. And then add a new one to be 1015. And this is student 3. And probably she's from class 2. Then save, add, and so on, and so on, and so on. So you'll add about 10 records, and then after that, you can now navigate across all by using these buttons, and even you can close the form like that. Now, after that, we're going to design a form for loans, but we're not going to follow all those processes again. So I'm just going to copy members form, then go to copy, then right click somewhere here, and then paste. And this one will be loans form. Then click OK. But opening loans form will just open like members form. But I'm going to redesign it. For example, I'm going to change this heading from member registration to loans form. Then from there, I'm going to change the data source of this form. And how do we do that? First of all, we go to design, then add existing fields. Now, property sheet. Then from there, by clicking here or even outside here, at this side, you'll be able to see record source will be an SQL statement, select members. So this is not where I want my data to come from, but I want it to come from loans. Like that. Now then I can go back to my form and start editing. So let me see the required fields. Here we have loan serial number, which was an automatic number. So I don't need to add this one here, but I need loan details. I'm going to change admission number to loan details. Then the other need I think is member ID. This is member ID. Then after that, I also need loan date. So need loan date. And apart from that, I also need this. I'll add this one later. So let me drag them to the bottom. Apart from loan date, I also need loan amount, like this. But this one can be deleted. Then I select this one. Then I copy here. And it will be loan date, but I'm going to edit it to loan amount. This loan amount. Then from there now I can also select these captions and try to resize them to be equal, that is size to the widest. Then from there now I have to tell the computer loan details is not from student ID. I'm going to get it from, go to property sheet, then click student ID and now control the source. The source of this is loan details. Then member ID is not student name, but it will be member ID. Then student class, that is loan date will not be student class, rather it will be loan date. Then we have loan amount, it's already selected to be this one here. And this is almost over, almost done with this. So let me return this button to the top and try to resize this to be equal with the others. And from there now I want to select these fields and to move them away from the captions. How do we remove them? Like this, by resizing. Then after that, right click one of them, size to the widest. Then again right click, align to the left. Let me select the right. Then from there now I can close this form as launch form, save this one, and now open it again. This is how it will be. So now I can add loans here. Loan details. It is about what? We have seen that loan details should be, let me first of all close this. Loan details should be like stationery, study material, emergency. How can we add drop down in our form? So open loans form, design view, then loans details. We control the source to be from the loans details. And then the other thing we need to learn about this. Let me delete this part. And then add it direct. So record source loans. Then from there I add the field. Add existing field, loan details. Here is it. Like that. Then we have loan details. Then loan details. Then we do it through there. We do the same formatting features we applied for the others. Now we can now start adding data here. Form view. Here is it. Save it. So loan details is about stationery. And the member who took this loan, we should also still have a lookup wizard here. Let me close. We want to see loans, member ID from these students. How can we add members? Close all. So member ID should be a field whereby we're going to look up. So add existing field and get member ID. And here is it. So this is student ID. Then we're going to format, bold, and size. And for the rest of this, we're going to drag them top above like this. Then Control S to save. Close this and this, and now open launch form again. So now we have loan details. This is stationery, and the student who took this loan is student one. And the date of this this is not loan date. This is classes. Still need to modify again. Okay, then yes. So loan date is not this one. I'm going to remove it again. So add existing field. So this is loan date. Take it alone here, again here. Then try to resize it. And again this one here. This is date. Format it again the way we did for the others. Then bold. Then form view. This is how it looks like. Save it. So we have stationery. Then student detail. It is student one. The date of the loan probably was 26th May, and the loan amount the student took was probably it was 600. Then save. Then there's an error here. Try value between 10 shillings and 500. So our validation rule is working. So this student took 500 and then we save. We add another student, again stationery, and maybe not stationery but study materials. Maybe the same student took the loan and the date of the loan was 1st June, and the amount, they have not selected anything. The amount was maybe 300 shillings. Then save. Then another student for emergency, and this is student 3, and this student took about 500. Then save. Add new one, study materials, and this was student 4, and the date of loan was probably 14th June, and this student took and talk of 200 shillings and then save. And the last one, study materials, this is student 2, and the date of loan was maybe today, and the amount of loan this person took was 5 shillings. Then saving, get an error value because you cannot get a value less than 10. So this is 50. Then save and then close. So it means our loans table is working. You can check it from the loans. You can see the list is here. For members, you can see all of them here. But now for payments, you don't have anything. So after creating your own payment form, let me know your experience through the comment section. So after designing your payment form, let us now try to pay some of the loans here. So the other one is we have emergency, and you can see emergency took a loan on 1st June and paid, and it was 500. So let's assume this person paid back 4 shillings, and you can see invalid amount. So if this person paid 400, and then the date of payment was maybe 26th June, and then save. Then another person that is study materials took loan on 14th June and was 200, and then paid back for 10 and paid maybe today. And another one for testing, study materials, let us see, it was 550 shillings and it was 27th June. And then amount, later she paid 100, and this amount was paid maybe after 2 days. Okay, today. Then save. Let us add another last person. Another one like this one for emergency 1st June. And this person, how much did this person took? 500. This person paid 600, and the person paid this amount of money on 1st July. That is okay. We can talk of 6th July. Then save and close. So after doing this, now we are going to our next question, which is compute active loans. We shall handle output screens later. That is after answering question 5 and 6. So let us now go to queries. Compute active loans. All right. Now let us now continue the next question, that is compute active loans. But before we do this, we need to create a main query which will show us details about loans, members, and payments. So in this case, we are going to take details like serial number of this loan. Okay, loan detail, the member ID who took this loan, the name of this member, and then from there, loan date. But from the loan date, we're going to also take loan amount and maybe loan payment amount if this person paid and the date of payment. So let us run this query, and this is the output we are going to have. You can see we have loan details, member ID, name, loan date, loan amount, and payment and pay date. You can save this query as loan payment query. Now, the rest of the question will be answered by this main query by creating subqueries. small queries. So for this query, what do we need? Active loans. How do we know that a loan is active? So a loan is active if it has not yet been paid. That is, the balance, even after payment, is greater than zero. And how do we know the amount we're supposed to pay? We have this statement here. Each loan given to a student attracts a compound interest of 1% per day. So we are going to compute the expected amount, and then we check if this person paid this amount. If balance is greater than zero, then the status of this loan is active, otherwise cleared. Now, the other question we should ask ourselves is, what is the formula of compound interest? Computing total amount. So to compute total amount, we need to know the difference in dates. How many days did this member took to clear the loan? So let us now compute here by right-clicking here and then build. So we want to know days taken. So this is how we do it. We type the field name, the new field name, then full colon, then a small space, and then use a function date diff. And now we can see the interval. I want the difference in terms of days. So I'm going to type D, then comma. First day is the loan date. Then from there, the payment date. This function will give me the difference in days. Then okay. Running the query, we shall be having this. Student 1 cleared the loan after 32 days. Student 4 cleared the loan after 12 days. Then student 3 after 35 days. That means student 1 and 3 have defaulted. Let us go back to the formula again and analyze it further. So this formula, if we wanted to see the difference in weeks, here we could have typed W. If it is months, M. If it is year, yes, like that, but we want dates. Then okay. Now, the other thing we also need to know is compound interest. We have seen that compound interest is done per day, 1% per day. And clearly, compound interest is usually equal to amount is equals to principal, that is the amount of loan you took, multiplied by 1 plus rate raised to power n, and n refers to the number of days. So in this case, we're going to add another formula here, build, and then type it as amount, expected amount, then full colon. Amount will be equal to principal, that is loan amount, remove this expression, then loan amount multiplied by 1 plus 0.01, that is same as 0.01 is same as 1 plus 0.01, that is 1.01, and then we raise this to days. We have the number of days. It is not listed here because we haven't saved this query. So let's first of all save the query so that this field will be visible. Right click again, build. Then from there we go to type amount expected, and type it as expected amount, full colon. It says equals to principal, which is loan amount. Then loan amount multiplied by 1.01 raised to power number of days. Where is it? Loan amount, yeah, here is it. Then okay. Then run this query. And here we have this. It means the field size is very small to accommodate the result, therefore increase it. And you'll be able to see student 1 took 500 and was supposed to return 687 shillings, but this person returned 550. Student 4 returned 410. Expected amount was 225, so this person overpaid. Then student 3 600 and returned 708, therefore this person overpaid. Now this one will help us to answer this question, loan status. about loan status. Active loans. Active loans means the person hasn't cleared. So meanwhile, now let us answer these questions. Compute active loans. So let us close this. And now let us create a query about active loans. Create query design. We are going to create this query from queries. That is loan payment query. All we need here is the member student name and probably the, before we do this, close, let us add something here in our loan payment. We need to know those who overpaid or those who did not overpay. So let us add another column here, and we're going to call it balance. So right click and build and save it as balances. Then full colon balances is equals to expected amount minus payment amount. We want to know each student, those who have balances and those who have not, who don't have balances. Then run the query, and we shall get the first student has got 137 shillings. There's a balance. The other one negative, meaning has already cleared, and the other one positive. So using these balances, we can now compute active loans. Query design, go to queries and select loan payment. Then from there, now we can get the member student name and also get balance. And then run the query. We shall get all of them. But the only student we need here, this is active loans query. The only student we need here are those who have got positive balance. That is, they have not cleared. Therefore, right click the query, go to design view. Then in criteria, we select greater than 0. Then running the query, we shall have these two students. These are the one who have got active loans. Perfect one. So the next question is, we need to filter defaulters. We want to know those who have defaulted here. From the look of things from our loan payment query, you can see defaulters are these students, student 1 and 3. So they have exceeded 30 days. Therefore, how can we get them? But go to query design, create query from loan payment, then OK. Now, the only detail we need here, the student detail, that is member ID, name, and probably days this person took to pay the loan. Save this one as defaulters, QRY, then K. But we want to filter that student 4 doesn't appear here because this one has not defaulted. So to do this, we are going to days, then check the criteria where criteria and days intersect. We type greater than or equal to, okay, greater than 30. Then from there, we run the query and we shall have these two students. That's it. Now, the last question is generate appropriate reports. Now, we can create reports from tables and queries. So I'm going to show you how to create a sample of those reports. And therefore, to create reports, go to create. So let us just use report wizard. So create, go to wizard, select the table you want. This is loan. We want members table. Add this field, then next. Then do you want to add any grouping? There's no need of this. Then from there, you can add sorting by student ID. Then next, you can choose to have columnar report or tabular. I prefer tabular reports. Then next, this is members RPT. Then finish. And this is how the report will appear on the screen. We have about 4 members. So after this, now you can choose to design your report later by changing this title as X school member, X school LMS members. Then try to set up, go to format, red, bold, center align, increase the size, even change the background by going to page design, then property sheet, format, back color is selected to be white, like this. Change the headings again, bold them to appear like headings, italicize them, change the way they are, like this caption. Student ID doesn't make any sense, so this is student number, then this is full name, and then this is class. Then try to space them. Try to space this. Try to space again this part. And again this part again. Paste them. And now if you run this report, in report view, this is how it will be. Close. Go to another one like this is loans. Now we go to loans and create report wizard. Then the table is loans. Add this field there. We have serial number. Then loan details, member ID, and also get the member name, student name. Then from there we go back to loans again. We get the date and the amount this person took. How do you want to view your data, by members or by loans? Let me view them by members or by loans. Then next, or even let me go back. I want to view them by members. I see each member and the loan they took. You want to add any grouping? There's no need of this. Then from there, next, then next, and this is members. This is about loans, RPT. Then finish. And here is what our loans report. Let's modify it by increasing the display size. Then we have student name, serial number, the loans, and so on. So loan amount, we need to increase the size a bit. And again here, so that we may create room for loan date, this part. So running this, then we also edit here, loans report. This is X full LMS loan report. Font color, we can set it as default. It is usually good to ensure consistency when designing any system. Background should be white. Then loans report. This is our loans report, student 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then okay. And then also have another report from payment, another one from active loans, defaulters, loans, and so on. So let me create another report from active loans. So go to create report wizard, then select report active query, student name, then balance, then next, 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 and then next, type it as active loans RPT, then save. And here we can see we have 2 active loans. Then close print view. Close this one too. Can also have another report about defaulters. Create report design defaulters. Get all these details. Next. Then next again. Next again. Next again. And this is defaulters report. Then finish. And here we have 2 defaulters only. You can choose to rename this report later. And then the last query is about what? Loan payment. You can create another report on loan payment, but these are enough for now. After doing all these questions, now we need to work on the dashboard. So we're going first of all to have a dashboard which shows members, active loan defaulters, and also input screens, output screens, and queries. So let us start with the sub forms. To create, then we go to form design, and this form design, the first one will show us the number of members actually. So let's go to property sheet. Is it property sheet? Not at all. We're going now to compute the number of members here. So let us add a tag here, and this tag is about all members count members. Then after that, we're going to add a text box here so that we may know the number of members. We need this part, we don't need this part here. So members format, increase the font size to about 816, then bold, and then center align. For this again, center align. So let us declare the number of members by telling the computer where are we going to get the members. So click the gray area, go to data, and select the source. It is members. Then click the unbound text box, go to control source and type the formula, which is equals to count to bracket. You can choose any of the fields from members, and then it will count this. By doing so, we shall get 4 members, but we need to remove these borders. So again, we go to design view, then click outside here, we go to format, and then go to scroll bars, we should disable. Then for control box, you're going to dividing lines, go to which other part? We select again this, and then border style here, we set border style to transparent. Apart from that, we're also going to remove the navigation button. Click the gray area and then go to format and then seek for navigation button and set it to be no. Then OK. Then we select this, take it to the beginning, very beginning, then resize with just a small card like this. And we're done with this. This is about member count. We shall use it later, save it, and let us create another one. So since the other one will be just similar to member count, I will just copy and paste this. But before we do that, remember our theme was red. So format and then select color red like this. And then maybe I can underline. This will be our template. So close, select member count, copy, and Control V to paste. And this is about active loans. Loans totals. So active loans total, opening design view, just change the heading here to be active loans. And then click in the gray area, then we go to property sheet. We're going to select data and then record source. This is from active loans. Then the formula which will be applied here, click the box and then control the source by clicking the 3 dots here and type the new formula to be is equals to sum into bracket sum of the balances, then OK. Then by opening this in form view, we shall be able to see the active loans to be like this. Remember, we don't need to go again to property sheet and start designing again because we designed it for the first time. Then after active loans, we also need to know the defaulters, the number of defaulters. So copy again one of them, either active or member count, and then copy, then Control and V, and this is default count. Then click OK. Then defaulters count, and open it, design view, and just change the heading here to be defaulters. And then we count the number of defaulters. We change the data source here. Make sure you click the gray environment here. And then record source is no longer student but defaulters query. Then we are going to count from defaulters query. What we are going to count is member ID. So here it is. Count is equals to count, and then you can just double click any of this. And then OK. Remember, you can also count name and also get the correct result. Open it in form view, you'll get to defaulters. Now, let me show you where we are going to apply active loans, defaulters, and member count. We're going to create a dashboard from form design, then add a label, and this label will be X school LMS system. This is the label title name. Format it by bolding and increasing the font size to about 20 and center aligning it. And from there now we need summary. So we're going to take members count and drop it here. Get the other one is about active loans. Drop it here. And the other one is about defaulters. Drop it somewhere here. But this one will not be okay. So let us just increase the size here. And then take it here. Let's open this form in design in form view. This is how it will look like. So maybe the only thing we can remove here is the borders. So in design view, and select both this, go to property sheet, format, and then border style. We're going to select transparent. Let us see how it will look like. There's this part again. Design view. We're going to select, first of all, let us save this as dashboard. And then click OK. So meanwhile, this is our dashboard. To remove this part, there's something we forgot to do. So let us go back to our original folder, that is active loans. Open in design view, then click in the gray area and then going to property sheet. There is this property here, selectors. Here is it. Record selectors, we should set it to be no for all the forms. Then save. Then also for defaulters count, open in design view. Then click here and then go to record selectors again, set it to be no, then you save. Then close. And then the other one was members count. Open in design view, click here and then go to record selectors and set it to be no. Then save. Then let's go now to dashboard. And here is what we have. So we are going to remove this member count, active loans, and these labels here. So design view, then just remove this by just clicking. Click active totals, then remove. Then remove, save it and open in form view. The other thing, we need to make this to be in the same level. So formed. Then from there we go to select all. Right click one of the selected elements. Select all. Then after that we right click one of the selected elements. Then align to the top. This one will be okay. Then this is what we shall be having. So after sorting out this issue, we also need to have input screen, output screens, and queries in our dashboard. So I'm going to add another label at this part. And this is about input screens. Then add another one here about queries. And then from there, we have another one for output screens. Then from there, select all. apply a common format, that is bold, red, underline, increase font size to about 16, and then center align them. Just look how they look like. This is how they will appear on my screen. Then from their design, so for input screen, we need buttons such that when we click them, they will guide us to the input screen. So after selecting the button control, just add it here. And this is about form operation. And its role is to open a form. And the form name is member count. We have form like, which forms do we have here? We have members form. Then next, open the form and find specific data or show all record. This is okay. Then the text. This is about what? Members. And then from there, this is members entry. Then from there, next, and then finish. Add another form for loans. Then this form operation, open form. Then next, it is loans form. Then next, it is, we rename here as loan application. Then from there, next, and then finish. Here is it. The last one is about payment. Then we get form operation, open a form, and next, it's about payment form, then this loan payment. Then from there, next, we finish. So after that, now we can select these forms and try to format them to be similar by changing shape to be rounded. Then I think black can also work here. Then right clicking, size to the widest, and maybe you can also align them to the left. And then you can also bold the inputs like this. And from there, we can now open in form view, and this is how they look like. If I click members entry, it will open members form, close. Application, the same. And then loan payment, the same, close. So let's now create another button for queries. So this is the button. And from there, we draw here. The role of this is to open queries. So let us search for queries, not in form, not in report, application, or miscellaneous. Run query. Then the first query we are supposed to run, as far as our question is concerned, is compute active loans. You want to know active loans. So active loans query, then text. This is active loans. And then next, then finish. The other query we need to know about is defaulters. So go to query, get this one here, then miscellaneous, get run query, then next, then defaulters query, then next, type the name here, defaulters, then next, and then finish. And then after that, we also need another query that is, okay, these are the only two queries we have. And also add another one. Then this is about miscellaneous queries. Next, this is about loan payment. And just save it as loan payment. Then next, and then finish. Let us apply a common style for the loans, for the queries here. So right click, size them to the narrow, to the widest, and also format. Then apply a different color, quick style, apply a different color like this one here. And this one is okay. Now let us go to output screens. Output screen can be a combination of queries and tables. So go to form design, get a query here, get a button here, draw the first one. Then it is report operation, open a report. Then next, we have active loan report. Then it is about active loans. Then next, and then finish. Open another report. This is report operation. Open report. Next is about defaulters. This is defaulters. Then finish. After that, we can also have another one for this is report operations. Open report. Then which report? Members report. Then this is about members. You can add others as required. Then finish. Let us apply a common style for all the reports. Bold, font color to be like this. Okay, let me check a different one like this. Then quick styles, I change it to be this one here. Increase the size of one report. Make all of them to be equal in width. And that's all. Now, the last thing we can add here is sign out button. So form design, get a button here, and then can add a button at this part and name it as go to application and then quit. Then next. And now save it as logout. Then next and then finish. Let us change the format of logout to be this one is okay. Then okay, let me make it like a very dangerous one. Red. Then the font color is white, and then it is bold. And then I increase the font size to 12. Now open our dashboard, and this is how it will appear. Now active loans, here is the query. We have defaulters, here is our query. We have loan payments, this is our query. We have active loans report, here is it. Defaulters, here is it. And then members, here is it. And then we have logout. Let me first save this work. So the role of logout is that if I click logout, it will close this database as you have seen here. So let me open it again. So we need to, where's our dashboard? Here is it. So after creating our dashboard, now let's create something called splash screen. That is the first form which should be displayed when you open our system. So go to create, then get a form design. And then our splash screen, let's assume it will be a picture. Maybe there will be a picture displayed there. So this is an image. Maybe my picture will be like this. Then let me get the picture here, like this. Then I'm going to reduce this size a bit. Then increase this height here. Then add a title here. Then add some formatting here, bold, center line, and then increase the font size to 20. You can take it like this. So in form view, this is how it will look like. I need to add more features. Design view. So apart from that, I'll add a button here, design, then get a button. And then the button will be about open form. And this form is dashboard. Then next, the button will prompt you. This will be login. And then next, finish. Then probably there's another button. In case you have clicked the program by mistake, you can also cancel. and then it is about application, and then if you click it, you will automatically quit. This is just cancel. You can just say cancel, and then next, and then finish. Let's select these buttons. They are unselectable because of something we call what? Right click, then position, send to back. This is what we want. Okay, we can remove it first of all. We want to make these buttons to be similar. Go to format, change, then we get it a different color like this. Right click them again, align this size, no, align to the top. This will be okay. Then bold them, then increase the font size to be 14, and then increase the button size a bit like this. Then will be okay. Then let us return this one to its original location or position. It's like this. Then I reduce this size. Then from there, let us apply open form in form view. Let us save this one as splash. Then okay. Now from there, let us again continue modifying this. Click in the gray ground, then go to property sheet. We're going to apply different styles, like for example, close button should be deactivated. This one, close button, and also minimum and max button. You should also auto center this on load, auto center, and then model, yes, pop up, yes, then save. Let us see how it will look like. Save and then close. Here is our splash screen. This is how it will look like. So you can either choose to cancel or log in. And then if you log in, this is what will be displayed. Now we need to add another command such that when we click login this button, or else this form should be automatically closed. So how do we do this? You can just select it, Alt F4, will not work. If I cancel, everything shuts down. So we're going to add another command in Splash. So this is design view. If we log in, what should happen? Right click and then build event. Now the event is, if we click it, it will open this form named as dashboard. But another event will be also to close form, close window. And which window is that? Window of a particular form. And this form is Splash. And it should not even prompt me if I want to close. So it is just no, and then save. So let us see whether this one has been taken into effect. Save, yes. So Splash, if I log in, yeah, it has worked as I wanted. Now the last thing is I should hide this part, this navigation bar, such that if I open my program, only this splash screen will open and then allow me now to visit this site. So how do we do this? Close all, go to File, then go to Options, then select Current Database, give it a name like XLMS, then Display Form by default should be Splash, and we should not display status bar. We can also hide some of the things here, like display navigation bar. Another thing we should hide is there are a lot of things we can hide here. Let us see. Okay, meanwhile, this is enough. Then click OK. Then we are told that you must close and reopen the current database for specified option to take place. So close. So if I open my database, this is what will happen. So I can either choose to cancel and close the database, or I choose to log in, and this is where I'm landed. Now I can see the summary. We have 4 members, 245 and 2 defaulters. So if I add more member, one more member, add new, probably this is member 2000, and the member's name is student 10. And the name of this class is form 2. If I save, then close, if I refresh, the number of members should increase by default, and the same happens to the others. And again, I'll be able to log out safely, log in again, and then I select which one do I want, login. And this is what we shall be having. So in this video, I show you how to create loan management system in Microsoft Access, perfect for your ICT project, for KCSE preparation, and even your DICT exam preparation by KNEC. So learn how to build tables, forms, queries, and reports step by step. And therefore, if you found this helpful, like, share, and comment to support the channel. Don't forget to subscribe to ICT Kenya for more ICT tutorials and project guides. For now, goodbye.